Delarite, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Delarite, we have gotten another report right now that Ebony was rushed to the hospital. Like it was almost 1 a.m. at night that she was rushed with an ambulance to the hospital. Now, they said she fainted in her apartment, right? And you know, her apartment, they have a lot of people who are staying inside the apartment with her, that she fainted. Then they picked her from the floor, that she was coming from the bathroom and she lost balance or something and she fainted. And they picked her from the floor, poured water on her, put her on the bed. But she was very, feeling very uneasy. Now they thought that maybe, just maybe, it's the pregnancy. You know, pregnancy comes with different signs, okay? The symptoms that you felt when you had your first pregnancy might not even be the same with the second one. And so they actually thought that it could have been the pregnancy. Now, while they were trying to give her a soft landing and all of that, they discovered that she was feeling very, very uneasy. According to her, she was feeling, very serious pain around her abdominal section, and the pain went out. So what they did, of course, was to call the palace physician. Now, the palace physician, okay, they have two shifts, okay. One medical personnel is always on ground inside the palace, okay, and these medical personnel are catering to the needs of the blue-blooded, okay, like not the entire community. Because when we talk about the palace, a lot of people do not know that the palace is huge. It's not just that small community that of people like the Great Lions family, okay, it's a huge community, but they have physicians who are catering to the need of the blue-blooded, okay, like the kids and the Oba and everyone. So they are always on ground. They are usually two. One maybe in the morning, through 12 hours, the other person takes over. Sorry, not 12 hours. They said 8 hours, then the other person will take over. That's how they run it. So now, when the palace physician looked at Ebony and everything, and they said the palace physician had confirmed, in fairness to Ebony, that she was actually running mild temperature. Now, the palace physician put her on, rest. She should rest till the next morning. If things get worse, she's around. She's going to, do the necessary first aid and everything that they're supposed to do. Okay, she said she's been having pain around her ankle, where the other day she fell and all of that. Then now she was quiet and everybody was quiet. Now the palace physician had retired back, not to bed, had gone back to her own apartment, so that, of course, it's just a stone throw if there's anything they call her. So they said when she went back, before she would even know what was happening, in the next 1 hour, she now came out to go to Ebony's apartment to see how Ebony was doing, only to find out that Ebony had been rushed to the hospital. Yes, only to find out Ebony has been rushed to the hospital, and the same hospital that belongs to Dr. Chaiiiiieeeeoooo. And as we are hearing what is going on, they said Ebony has, lost a pregnancy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to laugh. They say she has lost another pregnancy. And, she was crying. She was being all melodramatic, as we are hearing, if the information is correct. Like, she has been so upset with everything that has been going on. She said before she was even able to conceive the boy that she had lost pregnancy, that as a matter of fact, it was a twin pregnancy, two girls. She lost it, and all of this is happening because of the problems coming from the jeweler, and that is exactly what has happened again, that she has lost the pregnancy. Now, When it comes to anything that has to do with pregnancy and paternity, I really don't like going into it because it's only a woman who is pregnant that can tell you whether they are pregnant or not. It's not any kind of speculation, right? But here, a lot of people are feeling like it might not necessarily be true that she is pregnant. Why is that? Now, it was the Ituase ritual that was supposed to happen, and that ritual did not happen. And then she called, the ritual could not happen because she had claimed that she was pregnant. Then she had called the Jewels family to tell them that she was pregnant, and that is bringing a whole lot of problems from the other end, because the Jewels uncle as we are talking yesterday, I'm not talking about 3 days ago, other Jews, when they bring them, I will tell you, look, when I tell you that something has happened, it doesn't mean it just happened today or yesterday. You might not necessarily know the date, okay? But I try to give you current gist. It might not be yesterday, it might not be day before, it might not even be 4 days ago. But as we are getting it, we are like, for me, when I get it, I now relate it to you. But yesterday here, or not day before yesterday, the Jewel's uncle had called for another meeting. In that meeting, he made it very clear that the Joel is under an influence. Like, there is no woman who will go through the kind of torture and terror, emotional terror, mental terror that the Joel has gone through and still be loving the same man and still wants to be there. That the family, they need to sit up and try and drag the Joel out of that family. That if they don't do that, something might happen to their daughter. And if something happens to their daughter, they are the ones who will lose, not the other family. The uncle is busy trying to pull the Jewel at all costs, and the Jewel is clinging to her husband. She wants to, because she doesn't want this drama anymore. She wants to stay with the man that she knows. She do know that, yes, so the man is not perfect, that is the Oba. But who out there is perfect? Nobody. Who is that perfect person that is out there? Absolutely nobody. And so, now, because of the fact that Ebony went to go and tell that man that she was expecting another pregnancy, the man got angry, and the man wants to try and see what they can do to scatter the entire thing again. And the Great Lion has been very, very upset with Ebony. It is the level of anger in his heart towards Ebony that made you realize, or that is making it look as if even the intervention of the Iwe Fere or Iferewa and all of those elders, those kings, it did not work. The Great Lion insisted on the Jewel going before the ancient sword. And if you know the Great Lion is not like that. He's insisting that the Ebony must go before the ancient sword. Ebony, and one thing that is making it so tough is that you and I know that pregnancy is something that is easy to detect. Like, if a woman is pregnant or a woman is not pregnant, you will know. It's just even between you and that woman. The Great Lion is very educated. Making constant in front of me, making urinate, making pee, make a poop. That is the first one. If that one show me saying get belly, you don't even fit manipulate that one. But that one might not even be what do you call? It might not, you might just think that it's not even good enough. But make Dr. Con stay in front of us, do now. You go know. There are so many ways you can know. But the Great Lion is not ready to go through that. He wants them to do it the traditional way because he's a traditional king and he knows what tradition can do, and he knows that his people are afraid of these things. So with the intervention and everything, the Great Lion refused. He said that if this woman is actually pregnant, she should take the ancient sword. Now, a lot of people are saying it was because they thought that after that all that wahala they did last weekend, they thought that the Great Lion would burn. Just because they saw that the Great Lion did not burn, they did not want to risk. Remember when they came and said the Great Lion was ready to go through the ancient sword? They had already prepared all of these elders everywhere to come and put their mouth and scatter everything. Now, with everything that happened, people were very, very shocked that Oba refused. The Great Lion refused. And he's still standing on that ancient sword. And right now, the way they try to handle the great lion with what do you call? With care, because if you get angry now, if you go release that Ogunjaye again. So they have seen, they don't say go, no go. Now, maybe that is why they decided to do this damage control, but I don't know. I am not saying for sure. And I want you to bear in mind that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.